Alright, welcome to episode 4 of History Rewritten. Last time we saw lots more expansion into the furthest reaches of the world. Lots of it caused by this yellow team who just... That is not what they meant. Yellow team who just collapsed, basically. They haven't collapsed yet, but that might happen sometime soon. We had the lion team down here in India from this green team, and we also had another nation, I think. Did we? I thought we had 4 last time. Am I just stupid? I might be just stupid. Am I sure I'm stupid? Oh well, there's the intro that you guys needed. Anyway, there's me questioning myself. So this time you're going to see even more expansion, especially down here in India, and possibly more exploration of northern and... well, just northern Europe, I suppose. But we're going to be starting off in Iberia, where the blue team discovered Granada. That's the southern bit of Spain, I think. And they're going to expand that colony all the way along the southern bit, kind of like opposite their own Moroccan Algerian territory. So that's quite good. They have a major city here, which is probably handy to have a big economic area somewhere. So they've got that, and there you go. They've also discovered, I think that's Ibiza. So this is Majorca, this one's Minorca, and that's Ibiza, as far as I'm aware. But they're not the only country who wants to get in on colonizing Spain. So the blue team, this is not blue, the purple team is going to go from its Corsican city and is going to just sail all the way to Catalonia. That's the bit. So they managed to colonize this bit. They haven't gone through France because they've discovered there's mountains over here, and they're not eager to go through through the mountains to get to Spain. But eventually they'll do that. Also, there's Pyrenees mountains here, so they probably don't want to go through that either. So they're going to capture what I want to say is Minorca, and also Majorca, probably pronounced like that. The blue team are going to continue to expand down into Morocco, which might be important one day. And is that the blue team are actually becoming pretty powerful. I don't know, I might do a power ranking at the end of the episode. I said that last time and then completely forgot to do it, so that was good of me. But at the moment, not hitting it. Red team's top country, then it's probably the green one, orange one, and then probably there's maybe like a tie between the yellow, purple, and blue country. Because I mean, African blue country, that is. The yellow country collapsed a little. Like before, they would be number 3, or possibly even number 3 or number 4. I don't know. These two were pretty close before, but then they've absolutely collapsed. They've fallen quite a few places. To the weakest country is probably this murky coloured thing. So, broad murky coloured country. Let's just get up some of these for absolutely no reason, I suppose. There we go. So, speaking of murky coloured country, they're going to be doing some rapid expansion through Central Eastern Europe. They are making their way to the south considerably, but also towards the north, because they think they're relatively close to where the Terracotta Nation went, which I suppose they are, but not entirely. So, yeah, they might develop into quite a large country because there's no competition out here, really. Like, I mean, damn it. The Terracotta Nation have discovered the Baltic coast, so they're probably just going to stay along there because it's probably reasonably warm up there. Well, no, it's not, but I hate having this cough. It's the most annoying thing. It's not going to be warm up there, but I assume the water might make it slightly warmer. Either way, there's going to be more food out there, probably, so they're going to expand up into Denmark and take over all of that bit. They've not gone onto any of the Danish islands yet, except for that one, but I think that's probably German. So, yeah, they haven't they haven't discovered Sweden yet, but it might be this episode they actually find Sweden. Exciting. No. The blue team are also going to be doing some expansion. I don't like their borders. I have an image of what their border look like, and this is not it. This is not doing it for me. So they're not quite a big nation, but I don't know. They are a very big nation. But don't worry, they definitely won't have a breakaway anytime soon. So I wouldn't fear that at all. If I was living in the blue team anyway. Oh no. And next up on the expansion list, we have the brown team. However, for the brown team, there is a problem. Which is they have a very small way they can go to expand. So of course they're indirectly going to expanding, because another country who wants to expand is the red team. And I've got distracted again, so actually we'll do that later. The red team, they've got ops on this guy, and they declare war on the green team. Now there's lots of people here, like the green team's population demographic. There's probably people by the brown team. There's probably people over here in this major city, and then the most people are down here in the south, and some here in Iran. But lots of the people over here have heritage from the red team. It's probably quite a long time ago that they were part of the red team now, but they've still got relations and are very similar to the red team. And the red team want to reconquer these lands and get back to the Caspian. So they start their invasion. They very quickly move across into the south and capture this city along here. Now, oh my god. They're going to continue along the border, take this lake, which is probably reasonably important, and get down to here. In this area they try to cut them off. There's really not an awful lot out here, which means that they're able to get all of this until eventually they take that over. The green team finally get more prepared. They send troops against the red team in this front line, and they even make a small push into the red team over here by these lakes. The brown team is at the moment staying very neutral, but that might change. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I know absolutely nothing about what could happen in this. The red team continue their push into the more rural areas. Well, most places are rural, but the less inhabited areas of the green team. And the green team they continue their push into the interior of the red team. They can't really get very far into Mesopotamia because there's a whole load of people over there. But they're continuing like the Zagros bit, because absolutely nobody lives in those mountains. So that's fun. The red team continue going up here, and they finally make a connection with the Adriatic Sea, the Caspian coast. They have a huge load of land here that they've already annexed. Well, not formally, but they've occupied from the green team. The green team are still not able to actually push back the red team, as they hold their front lines against a load of people from these northern areas. And this is finally when the brown team comes in, because all the people in the north have now been pushed out. They've been forced to go fight against the red team down here and down here. So the brown team makes their move. It's relatively easy for them to cut off the green team. They just send out a load of troops at once and capture this bit. The troops down here are all pressed against into the Zagros Mountains, of course. So it's relatively easy for the brown team to start occupying these lands, because the people just aren't. Wait a minute. People just aren't. I can't talk. Aren't close enough and prepared to go. Just move straight through the Zagros Mountains, come and fight the brown team again. So they have to abandon this front line in the red team as they rush back up through their other occupied territories to go fight against the brown team. However, whilst they're going down, the scouts and troops from the brown team begin to fight them back. No. Because the brown team probably have the best mountain-based military in the entire world. You know, the people just live in the mountains. So they're all very acquainted to living in the mountains, and that means that they can easily defeat this unorganized green army that isn't prepared to be living in the mountains. Finally, the red team is going to cut up the capital area, and that's separated and encircled, and the green team has to agree to stop the war after all of this. So, peace. Peace deal. For the green team. Over here by the brown team, the brown team is going to be receiving these captured territories because, you know, they deserve it. Actually, you know what, who cares about that lake? I didn't even like it anyway, or that lake. Broad lakes. So we're just gonna remove that very carefully. And now the brown team has returned to having a coast on the Caspian Sea, something they've wanted back since episode 1. The red team will also probably be annexing some more territories. They will be. But we will see another new nation appear down here, because one of the reasons why it was so easy for the red team to take this territory, because of course you do have like rural farmers down here and stuff like that, is because there was a separatist movement that helped the red team to liberate these lands. Remember, like last time, a load of people fled the green team and went to India. It's very similar to that, basically. And there you go. The green team had like a tiny bit of an episode where they had a coastline, and now we've just robbed them of it. So, poor old green team. But also, like, oh well. It sounds like a you problem. So here's our newest nation. And red team expansion. That's what we like to see. Favoritism does not exist. Of course not. No, I don't write. The red team's not my favourite country. Well, probably is, but they don't have plot armor or anything. So that's good for the series. I don't know what to do with this bit. Probably just give it to the red team. To be honest, that seems like a good idea. And the red team are also going to be annexing this bit over here. So they've taken the green team's capital city, which seems slightly unkind. Maybe a bit more than slightly, but yeah. So, oh no, what's wrong with the borders? What? Yeah, the border's meant to look like that, definitely. So the green team, they've not lost everything. They've just lost an awful lot of stuff. This has made the brown team extremely happy. This is like the best day of brown team existence ever. It's like the happiest people have ever been in the brown team. Nationalism is at its peak in the brown team, and they're actually quite a strong country now. And the green team is not. Just no. Green team not happy. Not fun day for green team. So the red team has annexed 2 more major cities now, and you have this new one over here, which is probably one of the most major cities in the entire red team empire, so that's cool. As for these guys' capital, I might just put it up here. I probably don't want to be anywhere near the red team, and these guys' capital is obviously going to be down here. So there you go. Going to be looking across. I don't like their borders. I've decided I do not like these borders. We shall be fixing these borders. I did not realize what I did with the red team was so absolutely disgusting. You know, more movements in the red team to join this country, a few provinces are let free, because the red team's just eager to do it. They've seen the destructive stuff that this, I want to say mintish coloured team, they've seen how destructive they've been at just causing the downfall of this green team, and they're like, well, you know what, you guys, yeah, you're free, you know, just please leave us alone. Because there were loads and loads of followers for this new revolution. The lands in the east, people have discovered, and they sound reasonably alright, to be honest. So, might have more people joining that. I think this is the right colour for the Indian team. Yep, it is. They are down here. I think, is Karachi down here? That's one of the biggest cities in Pakistan, in terms of population at least. Anyway, so they go down here. They send some more ships out, and they actually end up meeting a ship from the orange team, which leads the orange team to start trading with these guys, which means that they get spices. That's like the thing India's been trading across all of history. People are like, oh, we really need to make sure we can trade with India. It's like, what for? Spice. What's so great about the spice? Why do you want the spices so much? Anyway, bizarre. And that means that they have a sort of, you've got missionaries maybe, or probably just people who believe in the sun religion down here, who end up going to India and start influencing their religion, which has turned into sort of polytheistic religion now. So, on one side of the religion, that's not nice. On one side of the religion you have elements of fire, and the other you have sort of water. And this is influenced by the Caspian people, and also the Orange people. So it's a mix of their two religions, but not like the Ra Odin thing that you had with the yellow team. It's probably a good thing we don't have a religion like that, or a second one, because that's just, it doesn't look good. So orange team and the red team finally divide up the rest of Arabia. It's only taken 4 episodes, but it took like 4,000 years for anyone to claim it in our timeline. Also, the people living there, but like the Ottoman Empire just went around it, which I thought was quite funny. But their borders look reasonably cool, so that's good. And I think I might return to the orange team, or just stay with them, as down here in Somalia they're going to be continuing their colony, and also in Djibouti. So we have this bit over here, and also them going along into the Eritrean coast, so this bit as well. Yeah, they're making quite a large African colony. I'm not sure it's bringing them loads of money, but yeah, it's cool. They're being a lot slower than the red team were, seeing as the red team made it all the way to Arabia. They did not make it to Arabia, they made it to Algeria when their thing fell apart. But the orange team being much slower with their colonizing, and there's nobody who's really wanting independence, because the orange team can afford to put loads of their budget into this colony, so that's good. Back to Iberia, we're going to having a large amount of expansion over here. So we have all of this breaking away. This is not breaking away, joining the blue team. So this is a really large area. I think this is actually like the good old state of Granada sort of area. There's a huge amount of land that has now joined the blue team, and the purple team is going to be kind of mirroring this. You go along the southern Pyrenees bit, even into the northern coast. Like, they've kind of made, what's it called, the Basque sort of country, but combined with Catalonia. So that's reasonably cool. However, some people in the purple team are kind of wondering, like, what's up there north of the Pyrenees Mountains, and they are going to make a journey. It's not going to be a massive journey, well, probably is, but they go from this bit here, and from this bit, go around here, and end up right here in France. So they start their country around here. It's not that far away from the purple team, so the purple team probably knows that it exists, but they're just going to let it keep it existing. It is a really bright colour, but oh well, it's not too jarring to my eyes. They're more taking over the northern Basque, French, Pyrenees bit. That was a great sentence right there. And their country looks really ugly, so that's great. However, there's more people in this country that want to break away, and they're going to form their own new country up here in Brittany. So we just had 2 new French countries breaking away. Lots of the people that have now made their way to Brittany are also from the purple team. So they kind of went into this country and were like, well, this isn't that great. I think we should keep on going, you know. We could make a much better country up in the north, and yeah, let's go and do it, you know. So a few people leave this, but there's lots of purple team people who are feeling like the purple team is getting really competitive a lot of the time. So this country here is very small, not very rich at all. But here you go, we have this country as well. Back to other faraway European countries. Got the Terracotta Nation again. So they'll be... Is this the Netherlands? Have they made it all that way? I think they might have possibly made it into the Netherlands now. And they've also colonized even more of Denmark. So, all this bit, that's joined up. I'm going to include that river for once, seeing as I usually destroy rivers. And they're also going to take these islands over here. So they're quite a nice looking country. And the disgusting looking country, sludge country, also be expanding itself. They've got loads of farmers, basically, just a whole load of farmers. So when people have all the land, they basically just go, well, we're going to be adding another bit, this is our land. So each of the regions of this country are just areas of land owned by farmers. I think most of the countries now have gone to monarchies, but this is like true. See, I don't want to say aristocracy, but in a way it kind of is an aristocracy. But it's more like shareholder thing. It's bizarre, but you know, oh well. If you've got land, you get a say in what happens to the country. And it's really easy to get land, so there's just a huge council of farmers. Is that a good thing? Combine harvesters, great. Anyway, yellow team, they're going to be trying to make a comeback after they lost millions of people last time. Probably not millions, but maybe like 100,000 people. Probably slightly less, but something around there. Although it's not entirely successful, because they're still poor as hell. But they're making a comeback, so that's good. Purple team are going to venture out slightly into the mountainous bit of France. Well, they've already been venturing out into mountainous France, but eastern mountainous France, so that's cool. And that's not right. Also, probably the Alps as well. The borders still don't look good. It's still a disgusting looking purple team, but I guess we'll deal with it. I don't know. Dark blue team also wants to get in on the expansion. That's the right colour, isn't it? So this area, it's kind of like Sudan, Eritrea area, is getting filled up pretty quickly. They're also going into the Nile area, which is why they're actually expanding into this bit, because otherwise they just wouldn't do it. And the red team are going to just try and get last laugh by taking this and this. They make a tiny colony down there for absolutely no reason, other than just to go, you know, we have dominance in all areas of the world. And before the blue team can take all of it, the orange team's going to do this. So now the red team has a port over there. And it's also kind of a trade thing. You know, there's stuff in Africa that other people don't have elsewhere. Not spice though, that's India. India's spice land. Sorry, India. But, you know, there's also different important things to trade. And I also thought I might mention my idea for language. Because, you know, in real life, had loads of people dispersed all around, so you had different languages popping up. But in this, it's all derived from the red team, so they're all going to be relatively similar. However, with each of these people in different areas, they're going to see different things, and they're going to have different ways of describing things, because, you know, you might have, let's get really cold up here in Denmark, but in the red team, actually they've got nighttime. Nighttime's cold in the desert, but they haven't got snow, probably. So therefore, they have different ways of describing things, different animals, and different phrases and stuff like that. So the languages are going to use lots of the same words to describe, like, the, stuff like that. That's all going to be very similar. But in terms of, I feel the more obscure words, they are quite different, which means that across time, eventually, the languages might start to separate. So that'll be interesting, I suppose, when we get around to that. Also, by that time, it's just gonna, like, just learn the language. Probably have proper education by that time. So, I just learn it in school. But, there you go. Or they're all just been colonized by one country, so everyone will just speak the same language. Britain. Anyway. No. Nobody even knows that Britain exists yet. That's a shame. You know? No cups of tea in this world. I love a cup of tea. As a true British person, I love a cup of tea. Anyway, so, might be pretty close to ending off the video. This light blue team has done absolutely nothing. I think everyone else in the world has actually done something today. But light blue team, nope. No. Why would you even want to try and do something? Just sit there. Don't worry, you'll probably have something happen to you soon. So, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, I think I might do major cities now. So, let's start with our newest countries over here in France. It might become relatively big sometime in the future. These guys are going to put their capital right here. And I think they might also have a second major city. Which is crazy seeing that they've just been made this episode, and very, very recently. So it's going to be like up here near the purple team. These guys, they trade with no one. They're just going to put their capital. Because the thing is, rapid expansion just before I do the major cities update. That's crazy. They expand into all of that bit of Brittany. And then, you know the mad thing? They were about to put their capital on the southern coast. But then, because they did that expansion, they decided to put it up here, on the tip of Brittany. Isn't that crazy? It's almost as if I wanted them to put their capital there, but they hadn't already taken that bit. That's mad. Just orange team. They're not orange, they're terracotta. Terracotta nation. Get this island. Already have their capital. So, major cities, they don't trade with anyone. They're just isolated as you could possibly be. Maybe not. These guys are pretty isolated. So maybe they can have one here. Let's put one here. And also over here. Just like where the population has gone. They might get to Scandinavia next time though, so that'll be exciting. Well, Denmark is Scandinavia, but oh well. These guys are just going to have large areas where people need to go for resources, for farming. It's just like agriculture to the max over here. They're going to have a major city over here, and in terms of any others, no. Purple team, farming sort of one over there, one over here, and one right over here. So it's those guys. Blue team, they get one right here, one over here, one over here, and also one right here. So I felt like we've definitely ramped up the amount of major cities we're giving people, which is good, because I quite like doing that. It just makes the world feel so much more there, as you have all these cities and stuff. It makes more sense to me. Blue team, they're going to put one right over here, and I think I might also have another one. I hope this is the Nile. I think that's the Nile, but I'm not entirely sure. Light blue team, put one on Euboea. I actually know the name of that island because it's got loads of vowels. It's just Vowel Island. That's really annoying. And also another one in Greece. So there you go. Red team, we've got one in northern Turkey. Another one on the Euphrates River. I'm going to have one down here. That is a long major city. One down here. They got these two this episode, so might just put one over there maybe. Nah. Brown team definitely gonna get some economic boom after they've taken those territory from this green team. I feel bad for the green team now. Actually, no, they don't get many territories. Oh, cities. Green team, you can get one right over here. They're just trying to build cities far away from this guy. Red team, dude. And one over here. Dark blue team. Put you one over there. And over here. Not too many more nations left. We've got orange team having one over here. Another one by Eritrea. And I think you also might have like a Riyadh sort of city. And this one. And the mint team. Nope. This lime team. Is that where Mumbai is? I feel like Mumbai is possibly more south, but it's somewhere around here. And I think that's going to end it off. So thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe or like. Or just thank you for watching. Yeah. See you in the next one, I suppose.